guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we're back with you with Bleach 1000-Year Blood War.
Yes.
Episode 9.
Yes. Last episode, we suffered the consequences of the attack on Soul Society. Rukia, Renji, Byakuya, they're all alive, but they are in terrible shape. Byakuya and Kenpachi, they're saying they might not be captains anymore. It's bad. We lost Yamamoto, so everyone is grieving, and Squad Zero from up there had to come down and be like, okay, stop. We're taking over.
What the fuck are you doing, guys?
Yeah, well, they took Rukia, they took Renji, Byakuya, and Ichigo, and they said they were gonna heal the first three, and they had another purpose for Ichigo, but basically they're trying to rebuild the Gotei 13. So good, but I'm a bit afraid of what they have in mind for our boy, and he doesn't seem to care. He's in it to help the others, so his sword has been broken and there's no way of reforging it because it was in Bankai, so... And they said they had a way to make it whole again. Not the same, not as strong maybe, but still they want to give him a chance, and so he went with them. We're currently near the palace where the Soul King is. We're soaking and healing, and
Byakuya is drowning.
Drowning, yeah. And we're about to learn more from these guys, see maybe what their goal is with Ichigo. And there's a very good chance that Grimjo is back. Just saying.
We saw a hole.
We saw him, we saw... Well, I mean, it looks like we're bringing back all the previous antagonists. We saw the two guys from the Soul Ringer arc as well.
We saw Aizen, maybe Grimjo. Pretty sure we saw Grimjo.
It looks like we're bringing back past enemies in order to fight the new enemy.
We're gonna form the Suicide Squad of Bleach to defeat the Quinch King.
Yeah, so let's jump in this episode and see what happens next. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright, let's go!
失礼します。
お別れかもしれない。
Why? Oh.
勘弁してよ。
Well, I mean, it's a lot of responsibilities, but it's not that bad, right? I mean, I don't think he wants it, but...
If I recall,
Right now.
he's one of the captains who would like to just chill out.
Yeah, well...
Enjoy the afterlife, I guess.
So after the soaking, we get the feast.
I mean, if you want to be healthy, you need food. A lot of it, from what I saw.
Hang in there!
They did
drown?
not need to drown.
Under the water? Again? Nothing personal. You have to heal!
待て。
You're supposed to heal him.
治ってんな。
Otherwise, you would not have taken that punch.
ってなきゃ今ので死んでた。次のとこへ手続きをしてやら。
After the soap, the feast. Renji!
俺も行くぜ。
何言ってんだお前まだ
Oh, fuck. Yeah, close enough. His pride is stronger.
飛ばなかったぜ。だったよ。耐えられりゃもう大丈夫だろう。
I don't know about alright, but still. He won't stay down.
もういいぞ。
Oh, whoa.
血で編んだ防護灯油をまとっていなければ、でぐずぐずに腐り破裂してしまう。
Shit.
白骨地獄と血の池地獄に全裸で
They are pretty strong.
見込んでやらせたが見込み以上。
So if they were not strong enough to survive the healing bath?
俺の突きを受けた瞬間、
That's why they brought them here?
こうやって響いてやる。
Shit.
That's my boy.
天次郎と呼ばれた俺
And
の
he still managed to hurt you.
ねえはずなんだがな。
He's just that good.
大した玉だぜ。
How did you call him earlier? Protective strawberry of Karakura?
Yeah.
引馬三隻は一番隊の実務をそれぞれ一番よく分かってる。補佐の任を果たしてもらいます。それはなかって隊長の任命隊長にある。
Thank you, yeah, remind them.
そちらでしょう。
I'm actually glad it's
最
him.
初の仕事、
Yeah.
You're fired!
斬術を教えます。戦力は重大です。今のままじゃいけない。力が今以上になる。
Yeah, that'd be a threat.
こうした際に止められん。
Can you step in right now?
教えようとした時も一日で闇を仕向けたの忘れたか。どうします？
We need strength right now.
サイティは耐えられない。
These bitches are so scared.
自分で守れますかね。
I am a bit biased. I've read a lot of fanfics where they were assholes, so
お許しが出たみたいだ。
they can't say no. They'd rather you protect them.
あんたに任せたいんだ。
Okay,
Unohana.
back in business.
宇野花隊長。いや、初代ケンパチ。
The first
宇野花
Kenpachi.
やちる。
Oh, okay. Okay.
Did he name Yachiru after Yachiru Unohana?
I don't know. That look on her face is not something we're used to.
I've heard stories about her.
God! Beeping like a bum. What the fuck?
You got buff? I think someone took a little bit too much steroids,
Yeah,
maybe.
dude, lay off the pills.
体であの高さから墜落したら危ねえとこだったぜ。
No one is asking questions?
スパッと受け身取って平然としてたぜ。
I'm that cool.
受け身しかねえだぜ。
いちごちゃん、レンジちゃん、ようこそおもてなしするよ。
If they fall, they're dead.
使いねえのかここは。
Yeah, yeah. They've been alone for too long.
おいっと、おいっと、おいっと、おいっと、おいっと、おいっと。
So if the bath was to heal them, what is that for?
Like I said, you need food to become stronger and healthier. A lot of it.
That
おもてなしって言うから地獄ぞ的な意味だと思ってたのに。
No.
おもてなしみたいだな。
You have no stomach, gun.
どうせバカこんなもん食わせてくれるわけねえだろ。口実になるはずだ。
おやおや、キスケのせいで
Yeah.
新暗記
He's got experience with those.
Yeah.
There's always a catch.
食の宮殿だ。腹いっぱいにさせること。ここで腹いっぱいになることさ。
Happy to oblige.
そりゃ腹減ってるはずだよ。
When's the last time that you eat something?
That is not Orime's food.
First arc,
There, yeah.
10 years ago.
Enjoy. I really hope there's not a catch.
箸は止まるけどな。なんだ
Ugh.
こり
Don't eat it. Dude.
これは想像もつかないすごくうまい味。いっ
I guess she had years to perfect her art.
ぱいに広がるすごくいい香りがこれまたいい。悪い食リポ聞いてると飯がまずくなる。もう終わりか。俺はまだ食えるぞ。俺だってまだ全然いけるっての。
Everything is a competition between them. We still have not come to terms with what we just found out.
Yeah.
こんなことしてていいのかな。精霊艇じゃ戦いに備えて鍛錬してるはずだろ。風呂入ったり。
That's a way of getting ready for the next battle, too.
こんなことしてて本当に強くなれんのかよ。バカかお前。何？戦って怪我した風呂に入った。怪我が治りゃ腹が減る。
Taking care of yourself is a part of getting stronger.
If you want to get stronger, you need to take care of yourself, which you do not.
まだいけんだろ。当たり前だ。
Where is it going?
They have a black hole for
言う通
stomach.
りだよ。私の言ったこと。
Oh, that's what she used to look like.
その通り。やってることは普通の修行までの準備の流れと、ただしそれをやってるってだけのこと。私らの義には霊王様の力と100万年の歴史のすべてが詰まってる。今は黙って体
They're not listening.
Oh man.
とっととデザートを食うんだよ。
Food and boobs, man. They are in heaven.
冷圧使い切るから毎度激痩せしちゃうんだよね。
I wish it was that simple.
気をつけるんだよ。私らの義には
It's gonna be
歴
intense.
史が詰まってる。私らゼロ番隊は何かを作り出した者たち。ソウルソサイティの歴史そのものであると認められた者たちがゼロ番隊に入るんだ。私の作り出したのはそれを体内に取り込む技術。
Like Khan.
技根という概念はなく、単語を用いて技根岩は作られた。 自らとは全く別の冷圧を体内に取り入れ海藻を上げること込めた料理を食ったんだ。
Oh.
あんたたちの体には冷圧が宿ってるはずさ。それでも気をつけておいき。次の級のあいつは
I'm excited. I'm sorry.
残白糖を作った男
Shit.
だ。
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. How long ago was that? What was
very
there
long time.
before Zanpakutos?
I don't know.
It's the history of Soul Society. It's intense as fuck. I guess it's a way to answer a lot of questions,
Yeah.
but then also have 1,000 new ones. I'm very excited about this too.
I can't wait to see the dark side of Unohana. Really?
I'm a bit sad that she had to bring it out, but
Yeah.
一部の間もなく閉ざされ自在に剣を振るわせられるのは他になしと結論されたのです。出ようはずもありません。
罪人でもねえだとただの罪人だろうがよ
yeah. With all the things they've done. Shit! She's scary, man!
力がない。だからこそ進言したのです。
いいじゃねえか負ければ罪人死ぬも殺すも無間地獄には変わりねえ
あなたの声を聞くたびにうずいて仕方がないのですから。
Okay. Okay.
仕方ねえのがてめえだけだと思うかよ
So
They
they
should
did
have wanted to
that.
give him that stuff.
Shit! There's so much we don't know.
その中で11番隊隊長
She was okay.
11番隊の原型を作った空前絶後の大役人
She was a demon, guys.
流派そして流れは我が手にありとヤチール残術の手ほどきなんて
It's gonna be everything.
どちらか死ぬしかないってことははずなのに
No? I'd like for both of them to come out of this. She'll just transfer all her knowledge to him, and then whoever's the strongest comes out.
I guess.
They're prepared not to come back. They left messages.
ケンちゃん。
Hush. I'm so torn though. I'm both enjoying this and I don't want to see it
The
end.
thing is, I think that with Kenpachi, he doesn't learn if he's not dying or something.
That's, yeah, well,
So she needs to really go all out to teach
最
him
初から
something.
外してきたことは
he's not underestimating you.
眼帯を外せばあなたの底は
You need to go beyond.
弱い。
Fuck. Ooh.
片手で刀を振るう者が何もしないとは楽しんでいるとは思えない。
あんたこそ熊で使って傷を負わせようとするた随分と焦がれたあんたとはな
There's so much history.
小金を口にするか。
Oh,
何も変わってはいませんよ。戦った時には余裕すらなかったというだけのこと。
俺が立って言いてえのか
I don't know. You tamed yourself?
あんたに憧れた何を切っても同じだった剣を振るのと何も変わらなかったあんたと戦って
So young too.
初め
Shit.
て
I
戦い
mean,
を楽しいと
I would
感
have
じ
shit
た
my pants if I saw her like
けと
this.
思った
Yeah,
そ
okay.
のあんたにここで死ぬのかよ
Oh,
Oh shit. No, 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 no.
畜生
He needs this.
no, yeah?
一瞬意識が飛んでいたようでした。
Oh, gosh, don't scare me like that.
なんだ今のは
You saw your death.
くそ時間が惜しい
You need to unleash.
あなたは死なない。線をくぐるたび強くなる。課した過ち。そして私の罪。
So we're gonna lose one of them. I'm sorry, Unohana, but I don't want to lose Kenpachi.
But I think that the whole purpose is for Kenpachi to become stronger. So yeah, I think we're gonna lose Unohana for that.
Okay, so who do you want to talk about first?
Kenpachi and Unohana.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, for Kenpachi, he really needs to be like dead or close to death to reach his potential and become stronger. Just like Ichigo,
He's
every single
always-
time that he's got beat down, he becomes stronger.
Well, I mean, that makes sense, but for Kenpachi, it's because he's already really strong. And unless he meets someone strong enough to bring him near death, he's not going to improve. So he goes out and he seeks worthy opponents that push him to his limits.
But it's the fact that when you're reaching those limits, it's your motivation, it's your will, your sheer willpower that pushes you to go further than that.
Yeah, and she said it was her sin. So
She's just the same. She needs to be close to that to become stronger also.
I guess for him, it's something that he seeks, and for her, it's something that she was stuck with. Like, unfortunately, that's the only way. Like, that she went through that so much. Like, her past seems to be bloody as fuck, and that switch in this episode, man, she is scary.
She looks like the Grudge.
But I'm pretty sure she, like,
Honestly.
yeah, well, she rejected that, and I don't think she's glad that she had to go back there. I think that's why she called it her sin. She had to fight so much, I feel. She left a path of blood behind her. Her, she killed so many people, and maybe she got close to death so often that's how, like, eventually she had to get stronger. Because you can't, like, she couldn't die, she couldn't afford to die. She lived in a time where, you had to go all out, no pity, no nothing. And that's also why maybe she got angry when she said, like, oh, how dare you admire the enemy in battle, because her sole purpose back then would have been to destroy the enemy. So you can't see them as people. You can't admire them. You can't have a single nice thought when it comes to the enemy, because in your mind they are to be killed, and that's it. She would have been a death machine. And so yeah, her mentality from back then does not fit with today, but now we need that mentality in order to win. And I love the whole connection with her and Kenpachi, saying that she was the first Kenpachi, that she created Squad 11, and he now took over, and like, he was a beast when we met him. Like, he was scary as fuck. I remember whenever I rewatch Bleach, I'm always excited for that part of the Soul Society.
When we first met Kenpachi.
Yeah, the first fight with him was crazy. And that's like, I mean, Ichigo has faced death before Kenpachi, but that was also one of the first fights where we're like, oh, like, we thought we had a chance.
That
and
we
then,
needed to unleash our power, and we technically lost that fight.
Byakuya, when he showed up, destroyed Ichigo, but it felt like it felt like a surprise. But then again, Byakuya was that type of guy. Like, he was reserved and stuff. Like, it looked like he was powerful without really showing it. Kenpachi went out to look for a fight, and we thought Ichigo was already good enough to go against, like, people that he was going to manage. But with Kenpachi, it was like another reminder that shit, we're not strong enough. So that first fight was really something.
It's also the fact that with Kenpachi, he doesn't know how to use his Reiatsu, to use like Bankai.
It's that too. It's the fact that he's that strong without all the tools that we're getting to be strong as well. But yeah, to reconnect this killer from the beginning of the show with Unohana, who we associate with the healer, the nice woman who always takes care of people.
She's so calm. She has that smile on her face.
And
her eyes closed. Of course.
To find out that he admired her and he wanted to be like her, it's crazy. And it makes sense though that she'd be the one trying to push him even further. So like, he admired her and he was trying to be like her, and she's right there with him to turn him into her. And if she can't, I guess it's a fight to allow her to go back to her roots. It's a fight to unleash, and the one that comes out, I think Kenpachi admires Unohana because he doesn't believe he's just as strong. Like, he doesn't believe he can beat her. If you admire someone, it could be for various reasons, but for Kenpachi, I feel like he looks up to Unohana, and so he went into this fight believing he was not going to come back, and that's why he left his eye patch, because he goes all out from the beginning, right? So he's not going to take any chances, but he doesn't expect to win necessarily deep down. As for Unohana, she left a message, so she doesn't intend to come back either. So her goal is to prove to Kenpachi, like, you can surpass me, and you're gonna do that.
We're gonna
right
have
now.
to go through hell for that, though.
Well, yeah, she's gonna have to push him, and basically, it's like she's implying that he got soft, which maybe, like, he used to be a beast, and she wants to take that beast and bring it out. Just like she also went tame over some of the years where they were at peace.
Do you think that she might intend to bring him to the verge of death over and over again for him to just surpass his own limits?
Once would be
Because
enough to
she's a healer. She can do everything.
I guess she could do that. It's true. But she'll have to bring him close to death. That's what she said. That's how he gets stronger. But I mean, we saw Kenpachi cry because, like, he's saying, I think his sole purpose was to, he wants to get stronger. But if he wanted to surpass her, and he's thinking that he's still not strong enough, and he might die here before he gets to her level, that's just crushing him. But I'm thinking, nope, she's not gonna allow you to die. She'll bring you close.
It's like you're saying that you're gonna die weak. That's an insult.
But that was if it's his dream, he'd be sad about the idea. But that's not the purpose. I think it's not about him not being up to par. I think he is up to par. He is strong enough. But her goal might be to convince him, like show him that he can get even stronger. Because that's the thing. He has many tools at his disposition, but he never used them. Like she talked about how he still uses his Zanpakuto with one hand, even though he can be stronger with two. He always, like, the eye patch is another thing. He always puts, in French we say, mettre des bâtons dans les roues. He always puts obstacles in his path to get to be weaker. Like, he makes himself weaker to create for himself a challenge when he fights other people. Otherwise, it's just too easy and there's no thrill.
Yeah.
But still, the point here is to make him as strong as possible. So we don't want you to get close to death when you're facing the Quinchis. We want you to be just strong enough to fight them head on. Like, don't take chances. Don't put on an eye patch when you're facing the Quinchis. Go into battle with the Quinchis like you're going into battle against Unohana. Assume that you're gonna need all your strength, but also realize that your strength is so much bigger than what you have right now. Like, it could be so much more. She needs to teach him everything. Like, she needs, use all your tools. He called, like, when she got him, she heard him with a cheap trick. He was like, you used that cheap trick. In battle, when it's life or death, I wouldn't say that there is a cheap trick, that anything is cheap. Like, you use what you can to win. Like, with Yamamoto and Hiwa, a few episodes ago, we were talking about, like, the honor between warriors and stuff, and I do like the idea that you respect your opponent's strength and all of that. And I frown when I see someone like Ewok using a strategy that, or basically pretending and duping the opponent in order to kill him, but still he's the one that came out of that fight alive.
Yeah.
So it's a cheap trick, but he's the one that survived. And in this war that's basically has been started and that is gonna continue, we're gonna have to take everything that we have, all the tools, all the tricks, all the cheap tricks possible. We cannot try anything else. Like, we need to go all out without the eye patches, without the obstacles, with all the cheap tricks.
True, but didn't she meant it as you allowed yourself to become weaker, so I was able to use that on yourself.
I think
because back then I would not have been able to just do that to you. You would have seen it coming.
I'm talking about the situation in context with everything else, like not necessarily what she meant by that and what he meant by that, but I think she's trying to bring back the beast that's inside of him that he might have buried, because just like her, in times of peace, there was no challenge, so he weakened himself to have some thrill. But now we have a big enemy, so you cannot weaken yourself. You need to bring out everything that's in you. So she's there to do just that. She's there to push him to his limit and make him realize how strong he could be. And I mean, it's kind of what she had to do as well. Like, she brought out the Unohana of the past, even though she buried her a long time ago.
Bon, on va aller déterrer Unohana.
Yeah. It is a bit sad because, like, in a perfect world, we would be putting those beasts to rest and we would be living, like, peacefully, and she'd be a healer and he'd do whatever the hell he wants to do. But with Ewok around and the Quinchis, like, we can't afford to be weak. We need everything that we have or that we can get.
Speaking about everything that we have that we can get with Ichigo and with Renji.
I mean, Renji has a point. Ichigo he's feels guilty because he's already really strong, and I guess the way he's used to things, whenever he loses, he just goes straight, head first into training montage, but he's used to suffering. He's used to being beat up, and like he puts his own needs aside for everyone else. So to be here and having fun with Renji, being healed and eating a good meal and stuff, yes, there's another purpose to that. But at first glance, it feel like he's enjoying himself while there's shit to do. And like, why should he enjoy himself if others are suffering down there? In his mind, they're like all preparing, which, yeah, to be true, to be fair, they are preparing for war. But you are also doing it, and it's okay to prepare by taking care of yourself first.
Usually, when you're a good fighter or just a good warrior, you need to be good not only on the battlefield against your opponent, but you need to be able to take care of yourself, take care of your equipment, your
body,
your body, and your weapons, basically. Because if you allow yourself to just be unhealthy and just be weak in general.
But sometimes people would do that, when they suffer wounds on the battlefield, we see that in stories, and they are given the chance to heal that wound. They'd rather keep the scar or keep the wound as a badge of, as a way to remember their failures, But I mean, we're used to this. Ichigo, when he loses, he goes depressed. I've seen it before. Actually, there's a montage on YouTube that I love that uses panels of the manga.
Yeah.
And those are the best photos. Those are the best panels. But anyway, I digress. That's he gets depressed, but that's because he puts so much on his shoulders. It's always he's the strongest, and when the strongest, he's not necessarily the strongest, but he's on his way to become the strongest. And when you're strong, it's basically comes down to you to fight the bad guys. And if you fail, those that suffered, you'd think that it's your fault. And so after all of this, he has not dealt with the guilt of the loss and everyone's death over there and their wounds. Mm-hmm. He has not dealt with his defeat to fighting Ewok. And he has not dealt with the truth that he found out, that he was a part of the enemy. So this is a lot for Ichigo. And instead of dealing with that, instead of basically being beat up by Urahara and doing what he's used to, which is to fight like crazy, train like crazy in order to become stronger, going through hell because he believes he deserves it, because he failed. Now he's being treated to a big meal. He's being healed in a nice bath. He feels like it's unfair, I guess, that he shouldn't be happy right now. He shouldn't feel great right now because he failed. So according to his way of thinking, he should suffer and get stronger through that suffering in order to help everyone else. But that's unhealthy, man. We love you. Stop that.
Ichigo is so used to the wrong type of conditioning regarding his training.
To be fair, yeah, he has a toxic relationship with his teachers. All his teachers want to beat him up.
What is nice is he's taking time to heal, to take back his strength with food. But like what's the woman's name that I forgot?
Yeah,
Her, basically. She told them that every single step that you're going to take right now are based on the Soul King process. So it's way more than what you could achieve in the Gotei 13.
That's another thing, because there are different types of training, and it's not because you're used to one that it's the one that works best for you. We're upping the stakes here. Kenpachi is currently fighting to the death because that's how he becomes stronger. That's what he that's the life he chose for himself. Like that, I don't remember the word that Unohana chose, but that's the condition he gave himself, whenever he's close to death, he reaches his limit. Well, he surpasses it because he doesn't want to die. So that's how he does it. But Ichigo is used to suffering. He's used to being beat up. He's used to, struggling. And then it doesn't mean it's the way for him to become stronger. And now we need him to be even stronger than what he's used to. So we need to change our methods. And
the burden of being a main character in a shonen.
Yeah. And what better way to up the stakes and train Ichigo than to train him with the history of Soul Society. stuff that
is
has
good.
been and I love it because it's stuff that we've known about, like for example Khan and the pill, the artificial souls and stuff. It's stuff that we've heard about. We know it exists. We had no idea. Like I mean, we heard a little bit about its history, mainly the bad part of its history,
but not where it came from.
Yeah,
or
not where it
the
came
main
from.
purpose from
Exactly.
that, for that.
So to take what makes Soul Society as we know it, to take their origin and use that in the way that it was supposed to be used, and use all of that to make Ichigo a lot stronger. I think it's beautiful because it's going to teach us a lot about Soul Society. It's going to answer a lot of questions about where things came from, and I mean, he's going to basically get stronger than everyone else.
You know, with you talking, it just brought me something. With that, does it seem that Soul Society in general forgot the teachings?
Potentially. The thing is, when you have tools around, like they're there, you can use them however you want, and you're in a time of peace. We can't forget that. They've been in a time of peace for 1,000 years. Sort of, technically.
Sort of.
Yeah, if the last true war, well, if we don't count Heisen, the last true war was back when the Quincy's attacked, so 1,000 years ago. Ever since then, they've been in a time of peace, so nothing has been expected of them. Like, they didn't have to train like crazy or be these ruthless killers or, put aside the challenges and stuff. Like Unohana saying, like, oh, you should not admire the enemy because that's not, like, when you're fighting someone, it's not for fun. It's not, there's no purpose but to kill the enemy in a fight. That's the mentality of back then, but it hasn't been the mentality in so long. So all these tools are there for a purpose that is no longer there, and so the Shinigamis, they all, they look at those tools, and some of them went, well, might as well use that and do something crazy with it, like the souls, like Khan. They try to do experiments on them, like, and then they abandoned it, but still, like, the tools are there, but you don't really know how to use them because there's no purpose for that anymore. So they're gonna switch it, change it, make it into something else.
Do you recall the art, or was it a filler about the souls of the Zanpakutos?
It was a filler arc.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. I think it was after Aizen, but before Ichigo lost his power. Like, they made a whole arc where the Zanpakutos turned against their Shinigamis.
Yeah, I mean, the spirits of the Zanpakutos came out.
To be fair, I have not watched it because I used to skip fillers.
I watched a part of it, yeah. But I mean, people didn't know what was going on because those teaching got lost over time.
Well, that too. Like, if history has a tendency to be forgotten, and if there's no need to remember it, or if it's so long ago that, you were not there to live it. It's weird, though, in Soul Society that's how it would go, because these souls have been around for so long. It basically, to me, it says that the people that are in Soul Society right now are pretty young, compared to how old Soul Society is. Soul Society, like, to imagine that there was a time when Soul Society had no Zanpakuto, I'm like, when was that?
I can just imagine them just fighting with butter knives.
Well, I don't know.
Hand-to-hand combat.
But that makes me excited for next episode with the next.
The whole purpose of a Zanpakuto.
Well, he created it, so what are we gonna learn about Zanpakutos? And that's the thing. What we know about Zanpakutos is what we remember, like what Soul Society kept from its creation and how it's used today. But when it was created, there must have been a purpose back then, and maybe there's another way to use them. Maybe there's, because Ichigo needs a new one right now. So we might learn a lot. Like, it might blow our minds. Like, we might completely change history and the way we see Zanpakutos. So I'm very, very excited about next episode.
Okay.
As for, quickly, because his name is right there on the screen. The cat is right there.
Sir.
I'm actually happy that Shunsui is the new Squad 1 captain.
Yeah.
I like that he's also basically saying fuck you to the council. I don't remember what they're called. Yeah. I don't remember what they're called, but I remember reading a lot of stories about how, how a bunch of assholes they were, and they are constantly working against the captains. The impression I always got from them was that they're not the strongest for sure, and they always fear their defeat. So they don't want to lose to anyone. They want to keep control, and so because they want to keep control, they have a tendency to send away or stop the progress of the Shinigamis that are at risk of surpassing them, their control. So people like Ichigo, Zenpachi, Zaraki Kenpachi. I was about to mix the two together. Like people like that who have a potential Aizen, stuff like that.
Why do I have flashbacks from Jujutsu Kaisen with the higher ups?
Because Jujutsu Kaisen takes a lot of influence from Bleach.
But it's usually every single time it's the same thing. You got people in charge and control who want to keep that control, and they are against progress.
Well, like just right there, they said they try to stop. They stopped Yamamoto from teaching taijutsu to Kenpachi because like they saw how strong he was gonna get and how strong he could get, and they wanted to stop that before they lost control over him. But now that, there's a real threat out there and they need to be strong, they're still trying to keep control of Soul Society by stopping their progress. But when faced with the reality that, dude, if we don't get stronger, you're also gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah, they're like, shit.
Yeah, so fuck the higher up, we're gonna do it our way now.
But I like that Shunsui is basically, not listening to them and doing what he knows is best. Even though that might imply losing people and pushing boundaries and stuff. He's pretty chill. I don't think he wanted that job at all.
In the meantime, Becca is still drowning in the pool of blood.
Yeah, he never got out.
He's just chilling.
Okay, so that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching it with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And we're gonna see you next time for the next one, which is episode 10, The Battle. So I'm guessing we're gonna see Kenpachi almost dead over and over and over.
Maybe just
and
them.
over again.
Either just them, or maybe we'll spend time also with Renji and Ichigo, with that guy who created the Zanpakuto, but we're gonna have a battle. So we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.